Okay. Good morning, everybody. Today we will start the foundation of the civil engineering part. What is that? That is your mechanics. Mechanics is the foundation of the civil engineering or mechanics. Mechanics again divided into two parts. One is your statics, another is your dynamics. So static, and another is your dynamic. What is static? Means the body is in rest position. Whenever a body is in rest position, we say it is in static position. Whenever a body is in motion, we may say it is a dynamic position. So all the civil engineering structures are in static positions. Building, is it in motion? It is in rest position. Similarly, bridges, it is also in rest position. Canal, culvert, all the civil engineering structures are in static position. Whereas dynamics means motion. So a vehicle is moving, suppose. A vehicle is moving. It is in motion. Similarly, machine is vibrating. It is also in types of motion, simple harmonic motion like this. So, the statics part related to civil engineering, whereas the dynamics part is related to mechanical. So, since we are the civil engineering structure, so we may study the subject of the statics related to the civil engineering. That is your mechanics part. Okay. So, in your civil engineering, building is a common part, and there are various types of components of the building. One is it may be a beam, or it may be a column, it may be a slab, isn't it? So, analysis of all these components is to be done. So first, there is simple item, suppose beam analysis. Beam analysis. What is analysis? Analysis is you have to find the unknown forces. A beam may rest in a simple supported position, it may rest in a cantilever position, or it may rest in a fixed position. According to various positions of the beam, you shall have to analyze it. So, how to analyze a beam? First of all, you shall have to draw the three body diagram. F dot B dot D. FBD means three body diagram. What is three body diagram? It is nothing but the process of isolating a body from the surrounding and introducing reactions or forces at the point of contact, including the weight of the body vertically downward, and all the forces should pass to the center of gravity of the structure. So, for drawing the three-body diagram, you shall have to isolate means separate the body from the surrounding. Okay. So, suppose this is a body and it is resting on the surface. Then you shall and weight of the body is suppose 10 Newton. You shall isolate it, means separate it from the surrounding. Which one is your surrounding? Surrounding the ground. So if you isolate it, you will get like this. And there will be a reaction at the point of contact. Means here will be a reaction. And weight of the body will let downward. So how many forces are there? Reaction is one and weight of the body is downward. So there are two forces. So first of all, before analysis of the structure, you shall draw the three body diagram. How to draw the three body diagram? Separate the body. And after separation, at the point of contact, you introduce a reaction. Just like here, after separating this, there is a contact here. So here apply one reaction. And weight of the body parallel downward. So how many forces are acting on this structure? Here two forces. So from the three body diagram, you can able to know the total number of forces acting on the body. Also, you can able to know the direction of the forces also. In which direction? Here, the weight of the body is vertically downward, and the reaction is acting vertically upward. So, direction of the force is also able to know from the free body diagram. After knowing the free body diagram, you shall have to apply the conditions of equilibrium of the body, because the structure is in static position. So, static position means rest position. So, you should know what are the conditions of equilibrium of the body. What is the conditions of equilibrium? What is the conditions of equilibrium? There are mainly three conditions of equilibrium. Number one is your sum of fx is equal to 0. This is first condition. Fx means if you resolve the forces horizontally and vertically, all horizontal component, if you add it, then and the addition will be equal to 0. This is first condition. Second condition, sum of Fy should be equal to 0. Second condition, all the vertical component of forces should also be 0. Third here, sum of moment should also be 0. Moment should also be 0. If you add the moment of all forces of any point, then that will be equal to 0. So whenever a body is in static position or rest position or in equilibrium position, all these three conditions of equilibrium should satisfy. So first step is to draw the free body diagram. Second step is to apply the conditions of equilibrium. Okay. Out of these three equations, which equation should be applied first? After drawing the free body diagram, you can able to know the total number of forces acting on the body and the direction of the forces. And this is the conditions of equilibrium. Then out of these three conditions of equilibrium, which equation is to be applied first? First of all, you may apply sum of Fx. If you apply this one, you will get one unknown forces. So this is the one unknown forces. So first, you may apply sum of Fx is equal to 0 and one unknown forces can be known. If you do this one. After it, you may apply the third one, that is sum of M is equal to 0. Whenever there is a term moment, you shall have to introduce another item, moment about some point is taken. It may be at this support or at any other point, because conditions of equilibrium is nothing but sum of moments about any point. If you add it, then it will be equal to 0. So here also sum of M is equal to 0 you may apply. So take moment on either side of the support. Either side of the support. Okay. So in your fourth case, you may apply this one. After it, number 5. If you do this, you will get the other vertical component. So other vertical component, vertical unknown component, forces, force can be known. So this is your unknown force. That means we may take it as Rx. This one is your Ry. After the final moment, so final value, that is Rx square plus Ry square root over will give you the value of Rx. This is this fifth step. And after it, you may go to the another step for checking. Check means you may apply sum of the middle portion. Sum of Fy is equal to 0. You will get this one. So these are the 6 number of steps to be applied for analysis of a beam. So let us take an example. Suppose this is a beam. This is a beam. And this one is a hinge support, this is a roller support. This is your suppose 20 Newton and UDL is applied here. Suppose UDL is suppose it is 2 Newton per meter. Length is suppose it is 4 meter. This is 6 meter. This one is suppose again this is suppose for like this. This is your A, this is your B, this is C, this is D. So this is a beam and it is loaded with two types of loads. One is your point load 20 Newton. This is point load or concentrated load. This is uniformly distributed load 2 Newton per meter, and you shall have to calculate what is the support reaction. What is the support reaction? This is finding support reaction. Support reaction. So how to find this? I told you these 6 steps is to be followed. One by one. First step is the free body diagram. So how to draw the free body diagram? Take this structure outside from the surrounding. This is the beam. It is resting on 2 supports. So if you take it out, then it is resting means 2 supports are there. So at the 2 supports there will be reactions. Since this is a hinge support, for hinge support there are 2 reactions. One horizontal, another vertical. And for roller support there is only one reaction. It is vertical. Okay. So if you draw the free body diagram like this, so here number 1, this is only one reaction. Means you name it as, suppose this is your R V and this is your R along the horizontal line. Suppose this is R1, this is R1, R2 and this is R3. Okay. So you go to the table diagram. So there are 2 reactions. This is R2, this is R1, and this is your RB. And the point load is here 20 Newton. Okay. And here one more should be noted. This one is a UDL. Okay. So for UDL, we shall have to convert the UDL in terms of the point load or concentrated load. How to convert it? The best method for converting the UDL to the point load is to find the total area under which the load has been distributed. Here, if in a question it is giving 2 Newton per meter, means on each and every meter running length, the amount of load is 2 Newton. So what is the amount of total load for this 4 meter length? 2 into per meter. Per meter is 2 Newton. Length is 4 meter. So what is the total amount? It will be equivalent load only 2 into 4 means 8 Newton. So it will be 8 Newton point load. So 2 into 4, that is equal to 8 Newton. Again, where that point load will act? That point load will act at the center of gravity of this uniformly distributed load. What is the total length? 4 meter. And where will be the center of gravity for this case? It will be 2. Here also 2. It will act at the middle. Means 2 meter from D and 2 meter from B. So this length will be 2 meter. This to this length. That means this UDL is converted into point load like this. It totally converted into point load. Okay, which value is 8 Newton. But if you consider the UDL, it will be 2 Newton per meter. If you consider the point load, it is 8 Newton only. And it is acting at the distance of 2 meters from the point D. So now, this structure is transferred into this structure. This load is point load, 2 Newton, it is okay. This load is UDL, it is 8 Newton. Okay, now the whole structure is converted into point load. Now you can go to this step. Which one? Sum of fx, sum of n, sum of rx square, sum of r square, root over, then check it. So this one first. Sum of fx means addition of all horizontal component of structure. How many horizontal are there here? This is vertical. This is vertical. This is vertical. This one is also vertical. This one is horizontal. Okay. So I will apply the sum of fx is equal to 0. Horizontal right side towards the right side means R2. Is there any other horizontal forces? No. Only one horizontal force R2. So if we write only R2, that is equal to 0. So one answer. Here one unknown we can able to go. Here it is given Rx. Rx is nothing but R2. Here R2. One force. One horizontal unknown. Okay. After then take moment on either side of this support. We have got this one. If you take moment here, you will get this vertical. If you take moment at this support, you will get this one. Okay. So now support take moment at this. Sum of m about a is equal to 0. So now RB take moment. How many forces? One vertical, this is second vertical, this is third vertical, this is fourth vertical, and this is horizontal. Horizontal means take no moment because we are taking moment of the same point. Okay, so the moment of R2 is 0 and also moment of R1 will also 0 because these R1 and R2 are passing through A point. So if I write a sum of moment about A is equal to 0 means moment of these two forces will automatically vanish. So now RB take moment about A, this is here A, this is here B. Moment about the RB is anti-clockwise. Take anti-clockwise is positive, clockwise is negative. So anti-clockwise RB into perpendicular. What is this? This is 6, that is 10. Next, 20 Newton it will rotate in clockwise direction minus 20 into 4. Perpendicular distance 4. Next, this is again clockwise, means minus 8 into what is this? Total was 10 minus 2, that is your 8. That is equal to 0. So you will get RB, that is equal to 80 plus this is 64 divided by 10. So what is this? This is 144 divided by 10. That is 14.4 Newton. So you have got one answer R. Got this one. After it, another vertical relation is there R1. How to get this? Take again the moment at this point. You will get R1. So for finding R1, I am writing here sum of moment about B is equal to 0. Here we have taken moment about A. Now we shall take moment about B. So if you take moment about B, what is the value? R1 into 10 clockwise means minus 20. It will not really anti-clockwise plus 20 into 8. What is perpendicular? This is for this. So it is 20 into 6, not 8. It is 6. Next, this one will be plus 20 clockwise 80 into 2. 8 into 2. So what is the value you will get? So R1 will be, this is 120 plus 16 divided by 10. That is 136 divided by 10. That is 13.6 Newton. 13.6. So R1 value you have got. RB value also you have got. RX value also got. What is RX? RX is this one, R2. Here RX is nothing but R2. So R2 is 0. RB is 14.4 Newton and R1 is 13.6 Newton. Okay. So what is the reaction value? Ra. Let's come to fifth step. It is nothing but Rx square plus Rx square root of R. So you write here, just erase it. Finally, the value of Ra is nothing but, what is the vertical reaction? R1 square plus R2 square root of R. R1, what is the value of R1? That is 13.6. 13.6 square. What is R2? R2 we have got it is 0. 0 square. So root of R, that is equal to 13.6 Newton. So this is one answer. And RB, this is another answer. So I have got this value and this value. Okay. Now in your sixth case, there is another way to check. How to check it? whether your answer is correct or not. For checking, you may apply another conditions of equilibrium, that is sum of Fy is equal to 0 means sum of all the vertical component of forces equate, then it will also be 0. So what are the vertical forces? Yes, tell me. For checking, you may write here check. That is the sum of Fy is equal to, okay, what is the vertical forces? One is vertical R1, you can write here R1. It is upward, so you can write here R1. Another vertical force, it is RB, so plus RB. Another vertical force is downward. What is this? Minus 20. Another vertical force, again downward, that is 8. It is 8 Newton. Okay, put the value of R1. What is the value of R1? The value of R1 you have got already. Yes, that is 13.6. It is 13.6. And RB value, we have got the value of RB is 14.4. 14.4 minus 20 minus 8. That is equal to 30 minus 30. That is equal to 0. So this condition is also satisfied. So you can write it okay. Bas, we have got this. Okay. So all the analysis of the beam, you shall have to proceed with these steps one by one. Clear? Any doubt regarding this?